In this video, we'll be walking through how to transfer a case to another user or department that is not in Salesforce. From the list view, we're either going to click on the case or the subject to open and view this case before we decide if it needs to be transferred. From the case list view, I'm going to go ahead and click on the case number. When the case opens, it will either display in the case feed or in the case details. It so happens that we landed on the case feed, which is where we would be able to write a post or additional notes about the case, send an email to the student, or attach a file. At the top of the viewing area, we can see the subject line and description of this case. If we realize that this can't be handled by somebody in our functional team, we need to change the case owner. To change the case owner, we're going to click on the details of the case. After reviewing the case, if it is determined that it needs to be handled by a different functional group, we need to transfer this case. To transfer this case, we're going to click on Transfer Case. From here, we have the option to assign it to a specific user within Salesforce, or we can assign it to a specific functional group. I'm going to scroll through this list, and I'm looking for parking. I don't see the functional group that I need to transfer this case to. Since I don't see the functional group listed here, my next step is to close this case and forward it to the appropriate functional group. And from here, we'll click Close Case. The status will be changed to Closed Forwarded. Our functional group is External Unit, and we'll proceed to step 1, which is forwarding it to the specific unit that's not in Salesforce. From this list, we'll find the external unit and assign it to that external unit. If we were assigning this to a specific person who is not in Salesforce, we would identify their email here. Whenever we transfer a case outside of Salesforce, we want to be sure to include notes. Then we're ready to click Save. We'll see that the status of this case now says Closed Forwarded. At this point, there's nothing further we need to do regarding this case. To return to the home screen, you can hover over each of these tabs and click on the little X to X out of each tab. Or, on the right side of the screen, there's a drop-down menu to close all primary tabs. That case will now be listed under Closed Cases. That concludes this video on how to transfer a case to another user or department that is not in Salesforce.